Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. In today's video, we have a legend run by Mattbeer. Mattbeer is a British streamer and he's one of the best players in the world. We featured multiple battles of him in the past where he hit legend with pretty accessible teams. We do consider this one an accessible one. There is no XLs, no legendaries. All of these Pokemons either available in the wild or like as a reward from the GBL, GBL. And in today's video, we have a solid run. He climbed from 2800 to legend with this team. He actually climbed above legend with this team. And first game, we have an amazing lead, a Gligar into his Jellicent. Jellicent wins this pretty much in every shield scenario. I think he's trying to shield a dig. Opponent swapped in a Whiscash, and if you can see that this team does not have a Whiscash answer, so Jellicent technically is our Whiscash answer. So in this matchup, since they swapped in, we don't need to swap out. We might swap at one point to catch a Mud Bomb, but that will happen later in the game. And we see that he is trying to get a free hex here there because I mean he doesn't have the energy and he can't swap. He could have swapped out, but he decided to not do that. We see him like committing to throw in good timing, and that was landed. So now we have another problem, which is their own Gligar. So how can we handle that? Their own Gligar has energy lead. Well, pretty much he does not have he's using a normal Gligar. Why is he using normal Gligar over Shadow? I think he doesn't have a Shadow one. That's pretty much it with Mattbeer. If he doesn't have the Shadow Pokemon, that's me. If he's not using a Shadow Pokemon from something you see everywhere, that's because he doesn't have it. That's pretty much how much he grind. Pretty much most of his Pokemons he using GBL are like from GBL reward. Opponent swapped in an electric Pokemon. This throw is not necessary technically, but this game at this point is unlosable and he can farm all the way down, but he's just gonna throw this to finish this game as fast as possible because he knows that they can't win. They know they can't win, and Mattbeer is taking game number 1. Okay, not yet. Okay, he's going straight Psychic Fang at this point, and Psychic Fang number 1 getting shielded. Psychic Fang number 2, we see that he doesn't run Breaking Swipe. Why is he not running Breaking Swipe? The team was suggested to him by the Ginger Life, and I think Ginger Life told him that this is the moveset. Some people might say it's Gengar Life, yes sir. I don't know, dude. You can say both. Okay, maybe this is why we have a crunch, so we can farm down the Skeleton, which is actually a good play, like running crunch here, which means you can land a crunch and then farm the Skeleton all the way down. So that's not a bad play, to be honest. Opponent brought back the Bug Electric Pokemon and they can't fast move him down, so I have no idea what they are expecting with this play. I'm sure he lives the X-Scissor here and he should be able to get to the next Psychic Fang. Why Psychic Fang over Breaking Swipe? We all know that Breaking Swipe has been nerfed and it's no longer a guaranteed debuff, but Psychic Fang is a guaranteed debuff. Mattbeer, he's going for the bait. Why? Because opponent is up a shield and he needs to get to that advantage. So we're just gonna see him now trying to shield this. And remember, he is Hex, they aren't. Mattbeer committing again for the double bait, and his Wincon, I think is catching a Shadow Ball, or he just doesn't care and he's hoping that he can outpace. But does he outpace though? I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't. But since he's not Shadow, this won't do that much damage. It did like half, but that's it. And we are just going to get rid of the Jellicent, and this should be a good game. There's a Charjabus still in the back, but it will die with the move. And that was a good game. Moving into the next one, we have Jellicent into Gligar again. Why Gligar? Gligar is basically everywhere. It's the safest Pokemon to use. Opponent is safe swapping a Dragonair. If you guys watch my videos, I'm usually the opposite side. I'm usually the one that's getting farmed down by Steelix because I love using Dragonair. Opponent shielding here for no reason. There is no way they can flip this. He can just grab the shield advantage, so take the swap advantage and debuff whatever they have in the back. We're going straight for the Psychic Fang, and this doesn't do that much damage, but it debuffs them respectfully by a good amount. Okay, so another Psychic Fang here, and they cannot wing attack down. They have to throw a nuke, like a move. I don't think Aerial Ace even KOs, so they have to dig, which they did. So now there is 2 plays, the Jelly, but to be honest, I would rather go to the Gligar, which he did, and opponent ended up having a Charjabus, which was a tough game for them. They ended up top lefting. Within the next game, now we have a Whiscash into our own Jellicent. Jellicent wins this matchup. and because they are basically forced to throw bad move, while Jellicent has a better charge move coverage. He's going for the Surf because he needs a Surf and a Shadow Ball, as far as I know. And since he landed the Surf, I can see him going straight Surf in this matchup, but no. He didn't care about timing because all he needs to do is just to land this Shadow Ball and then catch the Mud Bomb. That was an amazing play, by the way. Look at that, guys. See, that's why you count. Opponent ended up having a Skarmory. So what's the play now? Well, you just don't shield and you go straight dig, as Mattbeer is trying to do. I am sure Mattbeer didn't check the sims, but he's playing by what we call it, by the logic, okay? This is what he's supposed to do. And that's why he's a good player. And now we're just going to get farmed down. So we have two plays. Sack the Jelly or go Steelix and wall the energy. He decided to go Steelix and wall Skarmory's energy. But he's going to shield in case they decide to Brave Bird, which they didn't. And they have a Shadow Gligar. This is a tough matchup. He did 3 and throw, which means they are at 5. And they shielded our Psychic Fang. He's either going to shield a Nuke or call a bait. He decided to go for shielding a Nuke for like the win con, and opponent did shield did Nuke, and he ended up shielding a Nuke, and now just swapping and hopefully outpacing. I don't think so, and opponent throwing the aerial ace instantly. Now it's a race to the charge move, and I think they don't die to 3, and this is a dig. Okay, that was a dig, and that was a GG. Moving to the next one, we have Jellicent into Skilledridge. This is a scuffed matchup for both. Opponent is swapped into Clefable, and since they swap and we can just do forward and throw, which he did. And now we're going Steelix. I don't know why Steelix. I've never played this matchup, but it's so scuffed for both here. They can go straight Moonblast, but he's going straight Psychic Fang. Remember that the Dragon Tail is double resisted by Clefable, but they need 3 Moonblasts to KO. I'm assuming Mattbeer is counting, so he's gonna let this go and throw before they get to the last one. Or just go for the full farm down. I don't hate this shield. This shield is actually good because he has so much energy, and whatever they bring will get will get ahead. And an Incinerate KOs there, and they have a Whimsicott. So in this situation, I think he just no shield here and just go straight aerial ace, because if they Grass Knot, he can get to 3 moves, which means he should win this matchup here, because their fast move doesn't add up. While his fast move is super effective, right? So what's the play? We keep aerial acing. Aerial ace number 2 and getting a shield. Their switch is still locked. He's not gonna shield this. I like this actually. And now he's going for the Jellicent because he needs to farm some fast move energy. I don't think he's going to insta-throw, as we can see, and he's going for the Surf. So this is how you're supposed to play it, because Surf does KO here, and now all you need to do is just Shadow Ball this Alligator and send him back to where he came from, to the Pokeball. And Mattbeer taking this game, and that is a 4-1. And guess what? He is Legend. That was a 5-0. Wow, 5-0 to Legend. And he take a screenshot, just like every one of us when we hit Legend. Now he should go to the pose and choose the new outfit or the new pose, so he can take another screenshot. And we back. What was that animation? Okay, moving into the next one. I think he sent me like 4 sets, so we took the Legend set and the set where he is going to get the Libre. So this is like, you know, like the top cut content. Legend set and the Libre set. What can go better, right? This is what like people are using. This is why people are using Jellicent. It's technically the only Pokemon that can beat Gligar and Poliwrath together. Now someone will be like, yeah, sir, Alolan Raichu can do that or something. Some Pokemon. It's like, when I say this, I'm talking about a Pokemon that would still do good against the meta. This is this is how OP Poliwrath is. Look, Poliwrath grabbing a shield from a Ghost Water, something that literally completely walls everything about it. They swapped into Skarmory. I like throwing this, to be honest, because we don't have anything that can hit the Skarmory hard. Like Steelix does resist everything from Skarmory and can do neutral damage with the crunch, but it's not a hard hitting charge move, right? He's going for the good timing as doing one then throwing. And now all we need to do is just throw another crunch. We don't need to shield, but shielding wouldn't be a bad idea if it's a Brave Bird. But since they Brave Bird, I think we live this, and all we need to do is just a Dragon Tail. Well, we couldn't, and that's where like Mattbeer was aware, like, oh no, I cannot take more fast move damage, so I have to throw. They bring the Charge Bus, and I am sure that would KO, and that was a nice. We called nice recognition by Mattbeer as he threw on bad timing because he knew. And look at this, guys. Look at this. This is some amazing plays right here. Like he's tapping. Okay. After the end of the fast move animation, he saw that there is a Polyrath. He didn't do a single fast move with the amazing reaction, instantly going to the Jellicent. See, he knows he has a shield. He could have just shielded, but no, he's going for the ideal play. That's how you're supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to do. Make good plays a habit, so you'll never have to think about a good play. You're just gonna do them by default, right? Write that thing down. Okay, moving to the next game. Opponent bringing in Swampert. Technically, Gligar wins the one against the Swampert, but why would you swap when you can just win, right? And remember, just because the opponent swap doesn't mean you have to swap. And we see Mattbeer going for the shield here. Usually Swampert nowadays runs Sludge, but technically, well, there is nothing wrong of protecting your best Pokemon because their lead is weak to it, and this thing is also weak to it, so nothing wrong with that. I'm assuming he's going to shield another Hydro. No, opponent throwing an EQ, so that was technically a good shield, and he should outpiece. Probably we've been seeing him going for the catch whenever he needs to catch. So this EQ doesn't KO, and he is going to throw this. And remember, guys, that they do have a Gligar in the back, so we should let them take us out. And now we just have to play that our Steelix wall, whatever they have in the back. So we're going straight for the Aerial Ace here, and Aerial Ace number 1, not even doing half. They swap into Whiscash, and this game should be a GG. There is no way to win, because Lady Whiscash will just scald everything to death, debuff everything. Oh my, that was actually lots of damage. He needed this charge move. And now we will see Whiscash going for the sweep. Shadow Whiscash is actually good. Why? Because 2 Mud Bombs KO stuff that would you usually need 3 moves to KO. Jellicent into Polyrath. This is a good. This is the reason we're using Jellicent as a lead, to catch all of these Polyrath Pokemons. And opponent here going for the move. We're going for the Shadow Ball, because that's what you're supposed to throw. We don't bait. You don't bait in dominant matchups. And if you've seen him baiting, that's because he cannot afford if they shield his nuke. That's the only reason you should be baiting. If you think if you nuke and they shield, that will cost you the game, that's where you should be baiting. Opponent swapping into Gligar. I like this chip technically, because now we can just go straight wing attack, and then we can dig if we want to play the 0, or we just Aerial Ace then farm down if we want to play the 1. I'm assuming he's going for the dig, because you always assume opponent will try to call a bait, especially at high MMR games. So just don't bait, because people would rather call a bait than shielding a nuke if they have the chance to. And here they brought back the Gligar. Now we can chip them and put them in technically Surf range. Looking at the health, that means he is going to get to a move, as we can see. And now this game should be a straightforward, but technically not as ideal, because the Gligar is loaded on energy and he's going to call a bait. It's not a bait. He swapped. He Shadow Balled the Polyrath, and this should KO if they no shield. And now this is actually tough, because he has to shield this. If it's an Icy Wind, he cannot overfarm by a lot, right? As we can see. And now we just need to play that we get to the move within 3 before they do get to the move, and they do get to the move. But technically they still need a dig to KO the Steelix, but we can get to a move in 3, and we throw this, and I think 1 Dragon Tail after this, or this should KO. Okay, that KO'd. That was a good game. Well played. Okay, let's move into the next game. He's playing Quinn, and Quinn is leading a shiny Polyrath. Does this shiny do better than the... Okay, these games are just pretty fast. I can't just... At the moment I said something, one just, you know, like swap. And I have to talk about this swap. We saw this matchup a lot today. Technically, we walled them. They do wall us as well, but we technically have Crunch. They don't. Okay, we have Dragon Tail, which is a good fast move. They do have a Stab, Steel Wing, which is actually a good charge move. But they don't have a good fast move. But they don't have, you know, like a good charge move beside the Blade Bird. Sky Attack is just horrible of a charge move. This is not as ideal, but remember that this is not a Shadow Polyrath, so technically 2 wouldn't KO. Opponent swapping into a Hypno. Hypno is just so bad, and if you want to use Hypno to counter Polyrath, just use Jellicent. It's way better. Opponent having Ice Punch, And we see that Mattbeer throw on 5. 5 is ideal number, ideal timing. Timing here, 2 turns fast move against 4 turns fast move is always odd numbers. That was a nice recognition by him that the opponent is not going to shield, so he went for the dig, and now he can just grab the shield with this and then hex all the way down, because he doesn't need to shield this, to be honest. Okay, he proceeds to no shield opponent, going for the focus blast for no reason. I don't know why. And that doesn't KO, so he's just gonna surf it here, and the Polyrath cannot surf, you know, and we just hex everything down, and we take this game. Moving into the next one, we're playing Hot Lad. Oh, Itch Toad. Okay, does the Toad run Polytoad or Polyrath? We're about to see. We see a Gligar in the lead, and opponent is not swapping out for one reason. They don't have an answer. Someone told me that there is so many safe swap Mandibuzz, and then to the point where people started using Carbink. I don't know why. I haven't played Remix in a while, and he went to the Gligar after he chipped, which is actually the perfect play, because Gligar cannot beat Mandy, but if you chip the Mandy, Gligar can beat the Mandy. Okay, that's some, you know, logical play. I'm assuming he's gonna do one then throw, which he did, and now it's all depend on what they do after. They swapped into their own Gligar and they threw on CMP. This is actually not bad for him, because he can just let this go, and we're assuming that they don't have like the second move, charge move ready. And okay, I miscounted. I think he also miscounted. And the Surf should be able to take out the Gligar now. Opponent shielding, which not the most ideal shield, because this Jelly is loaded and he can just swap out, and there is the Staraptor taking so much. I've never seen Steelix doing that much damage from a fast move, to be honest. Opponent throwing flies, and then they swap into Mandibuzz. This will heal the Mandibuzz. Okay, 1, 2, they die with it. No, they get it. But we can't shield this. You guys know why? Because Staraptor has close combat, so we cannot shield that. We have to shield this, and that was a nice game. Okay, we have a Jellimere. Usually the opposing Jelly have bubble, as we can see. What does this do? Well, technically, we live their Shadow Ball. They don't live our Shadow Ball. That's like why you should be running Hex, because now we resist bubble. We can throw another one, by the way, if he decided to stay in, but he didn't. He insta threw the dig, and now that doesn't KO, which is actually tough. I don't know how he's gonna recover from that, but since he already hit legend, we can see that he is playing less stressful, as he started miscounting. Those miscounts, we did not see them when he was on legend push. He was counting on point on every battle. So yeah, thank you so much, by the way, Mattbeer, for sending us these amazing battles. And there is another one after this. We have a Steelix. I was about to fast forward because I don't want to see a Steelix mirror. Opponent throwing an EQ and then under charging, and now we have a Steelix mirror. Oh, what's happening? Steelix mirror. And now they see the Carbink, and he decided to top left. He's playing Ventusky now, a fellow Pogo streamer on Twitch. Make sure to check their Twitch live stream. And we see a Whiscash into the lead, and this is our only Whiscash answered. So what's the play here? Well, the play here, you throw Shadow Ball and then Surf. You can just go straight Surf if you don't want to win it, and if you're just playing, you know, like to lose lead intentionally. Some people would rather lose lead than winning lead, because winning lead means you will give the opponent extra farm on the second Pokemon, which is not ideal sometimes, but sometimes it's ideal, by the way. Opponent swapping into a Skarmory, and Mattbeer was like, I am not gonna let him get any energy, and we see him insta throwing, which is actually good play, because you wanna stall the clock as much as possible. So by him doing that, he made sure that the switch clock will be decent. So now, whenever his switch clock is up, their switch clock won't be up. He's throwing straight for the Psychic Fang, and to be honest, I would just double shield and Psychic Fang everything. Timing here wasn't ideal, but I do agree, because if you do one more, I think he will be in their range. Wait, was it good timing? Okay, that was good timing. Okay, now back to the game, and we see that he's shielding. You always shield in this matchup as Steelix, because people don't bait. So Skarmory throwing a charge move here, and this is actually we're in a tough situation. I think he has to go to Jelly and just Shadow Ball it, because we're supposed to outpace. I think he's not counting. See guys, again, he's not counting. Yeah, he now can just swap an aerial ace Scammery to death, and the aerial ace is coming in here, and boom, Scammery. Go back to the trainer. Okay, moving to the next and last game. Oh, never mind. We got the Libre. It's 502. It's a garbage IV, and it's not shiny. Sorry, guys. Wasn't a shiny, and he is legend, and he already secured his Pika. So yeah, thank you so much, Mattbeer, for sending me these amazing battles. He started with this team at 2800, and he hit legend with it. So yeah, this is, if you're looking for a team that you can build, this is a good one, because lots of people asked me about a team that doesn't include a Gligar and Licky Tongue. So this is probably the best one you could build. Well, there is a Gligar. Well, technically, you can hatch a Gligar from 5k eggs. So yeah, thank you so much, Mattbeer, for sending me these battles. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And make sure to give Mattbeer a follow. I will be leaving his stream in the description below. And yeah, this is pretty much it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Peace.